Good work by Roberson to keep it alive. Pass across. Krupinski back to Lynch. Sticked away at the last second. What a play by Caden Illott.
Yeah, great read.
Up the other way, this is McDuff. Tepley penalty about to expire, and now the Beacons are on the power play. So the first puck possession on their man advantage will be for the Huskies, and McDuff, who misses the mark. And now for UMass, the task is to set up on the power play and capitalize. Jude Curtis, big drive, leaves back for Kriftzoff. Beacons establish in the offensive zone quickly. 53 seconds left on their power play, 9.5 to go in the game. Curtis far side, pinned up by Hagan, but Mortson keeps the puck alive for UMass. Guggen spinning below the net. Leaves it back up top for Curtis. Pass across. Kriftzoff one time. He scores! A power play goal for Jazz Kriftzoff, and the Beacons tie it at 1 with 9:14 to go.
Well, I was about to say, this is a time where you've got to find 17. You got to get him at least 1 or 2 looks on this power play, and I love the fact that he just kind of camped down and got lost. You find the soft areas on the ice. You take a look here. Watch 17 on the right side of your screen. He's undetected. Nobody's on him, and he's just calling for that puck. It's a good pass. He's able to get enough on it, posting in. But I like the fact 17 just kind of got located himself in that soft area, gets the puck, and finally the Beacons tie this thing up at 1.
Beacons are offside after the restart, but that's the spark that Jazz Kriftzoff's return to the lineup gives the Beacons 10th goal of the season for 17 in white. That ties him for the team lead. And it's a big one that gives the Beacons some life.
Huge goal. Now you got momentum. What will be the Southern Maine response? Because these Beacons have life.
Back to an even game. Merriman takes a shot in front of the Southern Maine bench. Pass misses everyone. Couple players blew a tire. One for each team as Mortson sets up, throws in front. And too far ahead of the stick of Jude Curtis. Left back for Mortson. Drive through center shot, blockered away. Sticked out with a high stick. And they'll leave it as Spetz re-enters for the Beacons. Into the corner for Mortson. Throws in front, shot saved by Penton. Late arriving to the party was Krupinski.
It's been really good, Mike. He's making some really tough saves look easy.
Drummond collects for the Beacons with under 8 to go. Tied up at 1 after the power play goal for Jazz Kriftzoff. Negated the early goal from this man, Kinishuk, who drives one in front, and Bost gets the cover. With 7:45 to play.
Kriftzoff levels him after that puck was covered up. I think he's going to get away with it, but just watch here, 17. There's one. Now watch. Play continues. That's a really good shot. I didn't see a hand go up. I think he's clean, but heavy hit. Just protecting the goaltender is all.
Beacons up to 52 shots on goal. And they had to wait for number 50 of them. Had to hit the half-century mark to find a way through today. They'll hope it doesn't take that long for a potential second. Up ahead for Retman. Forced to his backhand and leaves it behind. There's a Husky without a stick. And Beacons try and set up in the offensive zone. Thrown in front and whistled over by Sadovsky. Leonard whips it back down. Now Southern Maine looks for a breakout. Thrown in from behind the line, and this will be icing against the Huskies.
Coach Bly has not changed his lines. Sticking with the group, feeling confident that this lineup can get it done. Important face-off here. Tired Huskies on the ice, and you can see Beacons talking about what they want to do here. Mortson on his strong side, going to try to win this one back. Lost the clean.
Huskies get it out of their own end after the icing. Tepley will wrap it back in. Picked up by Spetz at the red line. Up to Guggens. Holds and fires across. Nice take by Mortson, who centered one, but too far ahead of Tepley. Thrown in front. Penton makes the save. Guggens' pass blocked. Tepley right back to it. Guggens evading pressure. Throws it across, out in front, save, rebound, score! It's Mortson, and the Beacons take the lead with 6:27 to go.
Well, really good pressure here, and just continuing to work the puck. They hold the blue line. Really good effort. I believe it was Guggens on the blue line. Let's take a look at the replay here. He's getting harassed, finds the puck low, and then a great stop by Penton. But Mortson stays on top of it undetected, gets a second whack. He's able to tuck that home for a 2-1 lead. Excellent shift in the offensive zone, and that's one they were going to want to clip because they lost the draw clean. And that's something you talk about. What happens if we lose the draw? You know what happens when you win the draw, what you're supposed to do, but what happens when you lose? The Beacons executed that perfectly and now find themselves with a lead with 6:22 to go.
For Mortson, it's his 11th of the year, and as soon as Jazz Kriptsov tied him for the team lead, Mortson said, "I'll take that right back. Thank you very much." Here's another look. Great angle there from the side of the net.
Oh, amazing save by Penton on the look. Krapinski put that right on the tape. Just the fact Penton got the first one, absolutely no chance on the second.
Beacons trying to get another Kriptsov shot save. Curtis fanned on it in front. Icing waved off as Drummond collects in the corner. 6 minutes to play. The Beacons have erased the deficit. Now they'll need to hold on. Drummond throws it in from the red line. Penton has to glove. And he'll play it out. Slapped ahead and tipped in by Zach Tamaris. Krupinski moves it out for Retman. Beacons pressured in the corner, but Chris Retman comes away with the puck. Here's Roberson. Drive through the middle, left back for Retman, all the way through, going to the back. Couldn't find Lynch. The net's off, but there's a penalty coming up against Southern Maine as Boss tried to race to the bench with 5:20 to go.
Yeah, Nault's going to go. This is an interference call.
Johnson standing by with Mike Puzzanghera. Mike, take it away.
Thanks, Bridget. Lisa, this was an incredible weekend of hockey to watch and a huge weekend for your team. You come away with 2 wins against a top 10 opponent. How good was this to be a part of and to watch your team play in front of you?
Oh my God, it was amazing. It was one of the best weekends of my life. I love to sweep. Sweep UConn. We show them that we're the best Huskies.
Lisa, your team blocked 22 shots in front of you today, and anything that got through you stopped, but what was it like to see them all putting their bodies on the line in front of you?
Well, I couldn't have done it without them. I feel like our working effort this weekend has been so high, and we have been sacrificing ourselves, even though we have been in our own zone for so many minutes, and we still throw ourselves all over the ice. Yeah.
Lisa, this has been such a great goaltending school over the years between Aaron Frankel, Gwyneth Phillips. You've got plenty of people to learn from in the locker room with Paige and Maddie and Dave Flynn as well, being a former goalie. How has it been being at Northeastern, and what have you taken away from these first couple months here?
I love this school. I love the team. I love the environment. I feel like I develop every week because of the team around me, and it's awesome.
Lisa, thank you so much. Congrats on the win.
Thank you so much.
Bridget, Gigi, back to you.
Thank you, Mike, and just awesome to hear the confidence and the happy outcome for Lisa Janssen.
Welcome back inside Matthews Arena, where it's Star Wars night tonight as the Huskies host Merrimack. Now, Northeastern, as announced earlier this week, the Huskies have 3 nominees for the Hobie Baker Award: Vinny Borghese, Cam Lund, and Jack Williams. And while all 3 juniors have their case, let's focus on Vinny Borghese. He leads all Northeastern defensemen in points, and he's second among Hockey East D's in scoring, and he also leads all NCAA players in total time on ice. He's someone that Northeastern relies on so much. He averages just under 28 minutes per game. That's over 3 minutes more than the next highest in Hockey East. And as Northeastern looks to make a push here in the second half, they'll continue to lean on his steady hand at the blue line. Rob, back to you. Welcome back inside Matthews Arena. Northeastern leading UConn 1-0 here in the first period. Now, Northeastern head coach Dave Flint clearly remembers the first time he saw Jules Constantinople's shot. It was at the Labor Day tournament in Vermont, and Constantinople, 16 at the time, let go a slap shot that went bar down. Flint turned to associate head coach Nick Carpenito and immediately said, "We need someone who can shoot the puck like that on our blue line." Now, her shot is a staple of the Huskies' offense, from heavy shots from the point to one-timers on the power play. Constantinople hits them with force and provides a spark. She set a career high with 4 goals last year. She's already halfway there in the new season. Bridget, Gigi, back to you.